What's up, guys? Sanitary 103. What you're currently looking at right now is my current back and bicep routine. I filmed this during the summer, June of 2013, and I wasn't able to get it uploaded till right now because I actually had it on my phone and I forgot about it. But that being said, what you're looking at, this first exercise are deadlifts. Now, technically, you could probably do deadlifts on leg day because in a standard deadlift, you are working your glutes and your hams and whatnot. But because I have such high volume on my leg day, it would be kind of overkill. So I decided to incorporate deadlifts at the beginning of my back and bicep routine, which you're looking at right now. So here's some warm up sets. I go pretty light. I do have lower back pain issues and a extremely weak lower core that I might actually seek some physical therapy. But this definitely helps strengthen those issues. So I did make some minor tweaks to my back and bicep routine from the timing of this video, but for the most part, everything's the same, but I'll explain that accordingly. So I do about 3 sets of 5 right now currently, and at the timing of this, I did about, I think, 4 or 5 sets of close to 8 reps. Most of the exercises I do, I try to perform 8 reps. So that's what you're pretty much going to see with most exercises. The next exercise we have here are good old pull-ups. I typically do 3 sets, usually rep ranges of 15 on the first set, which you're looking at right here, followed by 10 on the second and about 5 reps on the third. However, I'm not too fixated on the numbers. Now, I have a general range, like I said, but with this exercise, I just want to make sure that I am feeling it in my back and my lats and that I get a good burn. So here's a alternate view right here, and this is, I think, my third set, and definitely struggling a little bit, but you want to make it definitely burn, and you don't want to swing too much, and you want to have pretty good form. Moving right along, we got good old bicep curls using some dumbbells, and with the bench, if you look there, it's right around a 70-degree angle, and I love doing this because a lot of times when you do bicep exercises, in particular with dumbbells, people tend to swing their back and take the tension off the biceps, and that's not what you want to do. So if you notice my back, it's leaning up against that padding, and that's going to definitely help lessen the chances of cheating. Here's another set right here, some footage. And if you notice my elbows, I try to keep them pinned close together to the side of my waist. I try not to flare them out too much. If you flare them out too much, then that's going to take the tension off your bicep. In addition, don't get so fixated on the amount of weight that you lift. Now, definitely you want to lift some good heavy weight, get a good burn, but if you're compromising your form, you're basically fooling yourself. I've made some minor tweaks to my workout. I've included some spider curls as well, but I don't have that footage. I made some tweaks. I'll definitely show that in the near future. And moving right along, this is 135 pounds, and this is the good old lat pull down machine. Now, I typically do about at least 5 to 6 sets of 8 repetitions, and I'm a big proponent of free weights. That should be your bread and butter in any weightlifting routine, a solid one, that is. But the lat pull down machine is a great invention and a great machine that should never be neglected when you're doing your back. And this is definitely a big burn. You should try doing 3 sets of pull-ups followed by lat pull-downs. You're gonna hate me for it in the beginning, but you're definitely gonna feel the burn. So right here, I think it's feeling like pretty good. So I add a little 5 pounds. This is 140, and just a little cheesy smile right there. But here's another set, and I made another minor tweak from this footage. I typically start lighter and then go all the way to heavy, as opposed to heavy to light. I do that to prevent the chances of injury. If you start at a really heavy weight right off the bat, then you could possibly suffer an injury. So start light and work your way up. Next, we have our shoulder shrugs. Now, with shoulder shrugs, you're not really working your back or your bicep, obviously, but I had to incorporate them somewhere in my split, and why not during back and bicep day? So I typically do 5 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. I go pretty heavy with shrugs, which is completely fine. And you want to squeeze on the top portion right there. when you're grabbing the weight, make sure to bend your knees, have good posture. You want to throw out your back, you want to bend your arms as well. And one thing that's kind of funny, while kind of like smiling right there a little bit, it's because I was making these funny faces, I guess, and my wife was kind of cracking up. But next time you do shrugs, look in the mirror, have someone film, and it's pretty damn funny. Moving right along to standing straight barbell curls. I typically do about 3 or 4 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. I make sure not to swing my back too much. Make sure to keep my elbows pinned to the side and make sure I get a nice good squeeze right there. Form is definitely something that you want to be aware of and not to be taken lightly. You don't want to ego lift too much because you might just suffer an injury and not get a good workout. Here's another footage right here, and this is actually a closed grip straight barbell, and this actually works the outer part of the bicep. So just remember, if you have the grip a little bit closer, you're going to work the outer part of the bicep, and if you have the width of your hands wider, you're actually working the inner part of the bicep. Just a quick FYI. And the last exercise you're looking right here, it's the machine T-bar row, I guess you can say. We don't really have that standard T-bar row at my gym, unfortunately, which I really like, so this will have to do. And I do about 4 sets between 8 to 10 reps. I lied, guys. There's one more exercise for the back. My apologies. And that is the standard rows. And this is a great exercise. Definitely activate your back right here. And my legs, they are bent a little bit. You can't really see it, but trust me on that. You want to squeeze when you pull and keep your back fairly straight. So 3 sets, usually about 8 reps. And I usually finish off every lifting routine with some crunches and some leg raises, which I am doing right here. And after that, about 10 minutes of elliptical. So that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. So this is the organic food bar right here. And these have a little bit more calories. They're roughly about 300, but there's about like 25 net carbs in